All right, welcome back, everybody. Just going to do a recap here for this Tuesday, August 15th, 2023. All right, so let's look at some of the trades we started off in the morning with. Natural gas was a nice little short. Came in as an HF2. This was during the first 30 minutes of trading. Nice little HF2. Never really had to sweat it at all. Finally hit my profit target a little bit after 9. Nice little trade there. What hurt me today was my indice. Let's look at my indice. All right, so unfortunately on the mini NASDAQ, we did have a buy. Now I traded the mini NASDAQ, also traded the E-mini S&P. We'll look at that results here in a minute. Did make a little bit of money on the E-mini S&P, but where I lost it and got a pretty good little hit here on the mini NASDAQ. I think got a little bit too aggressive. I went ahead and bought. It was on an HF3, just trying to get this target up here at 152.70. Never hit it. Did finally come down and break. Hit a stop that I had resting down here. So I took a little bit of loss here. But when we started going back up here, I did add more, I believe, somewhere in here. And unfortunately, it did hit my stop and knocked me out of that. So that was it. But where I really hit it nice today was on the stocks. Let's take a look at our stocks. All right, so what I want to look at first here is I want to take a look at my losing stock. I had several losing stocks today, and we're going to look at that, but this was the biggest one. It was an HF3 buy. Once again, fairly tight target, but you could see it was getting really thin in here, and unfortunately, couldn't get enough volume in here to really get this thing going. Wasn't going far, just trying to hit a little stop up here. Or I'm sorry, a little target up here. Unfortunately, it did not. It started the weekend. I went ahead. I just got out when it was falling. I did have a stop that was going to be much lower, but I didn't really like the action. Wasn't seeing the volume coming in. Went ahead and took a loss on CAPR. But the big trade of the day, let's take a look at the big one for the day. All right, so before we talk about SPGC, these were... all these stocks here were on the watch list. This was on the afternoon watch list. Also, don't believe, no, it was not on the morning watch list. A lot of them were YANG, which I traded. JDST, of course, I traded. We'll look at those results here in just a minute. But the big one was the SPGC. This was on our afternoon watch list. We do put out 2 watch lists. We have one in the morning before the opening bell, and then we also have one right before power hour, about 30 minutes before power hour. And basically what we're looking for is we're looking for those stocks that have pretty much held their momentum throughout the day. And we're seeing buying opportunities, or we're seeing our pattern setting up for buys. And then what we'll do is once we hit one of those entries, we'll go ahead and buy it. In this case, on SPGC, it was a buy entry here as an HF1. Now, what was interesting about this is if you were in the Discord channel this morning or this afternoon, you noticed that we didn't have a whole lot of selling. So this was almost like a no-brainer because we had a lot of buying coming in, but and volume was really good, but we really didn't see a lot of sell orders on Bookmap. And so, I mean, it was kind of a non-brainer, and we did have 2 halts that we were writing up, and then once this second halt up here opened up, may have been the third one. I didn't get in until after this one right in here. But anyway, after I got in, after a couple halts, I went ahead, and as it was starting to pull back down, I went ahead and I got out, and that was at 20, let me see here. Bought this one at 18, I think it was 1803, 1806, got out of here at 22.57, and it went all the way up to, and I really thought it was going to be parabolic. Went up to 27, but I was disciplined, didn't jump back in. A lot of times you get into these, they can flush it, and they did have a flush. Wasn't as big a flush as I thought, and I really thought that this was probably going to come all the way back down. It did not. That may be the case here in the next few days, but for this trade, my best trade of the day on SPGC. Let's look at the overall results. So you can see I made a little bit of money on the E-mini S&P 500. Made a little bit on natural gas. What really hurt me was this mini NASDAQ, and just got a little bit too aggressive with it. But I like to get aggressive with the indices, and a lot of times when I do, I hit it, and I hit it big. So It's just one of those things. You know, if you're going to get aggressive, it goes both ways. Doesn't always mean you can have big wins. Sometimes you can have big losses too. And then, of course, the big one, SPGC, only had 1,800 shares on with this. Made 76.12 on it, so not bad for only 1,800 shares. Everything else was trading like 500 shares on JDST. I added on Yang. I started with 500. I think I worked my way up to 1,000. INOD. All these others are pretty much just getting in and getting out. CAPR was the one where I really didn't like the action, got in. Everything else was just kind of just not going anywhere. RENB and VIRI. So, but look at the day. What a beautiful day today overall. So, not a bad day, as I mentioned yesterday in my daily recap. I think this is going to be a good week, and so far that has been the case. So, this is a great time to be trading these markets. And so, we'll continue to probably get aggressive this week. If I see the markets are heating up, I want to get a little bit more aggressive, okay? So, because I want to trying to hit those big ones like I did on SPGC. But as I said, it's a two-edged sword. It can always go against you, as you can see with the mini NASDAQ. So anyway, it is what it is. But that's it. If you would like more information on my trading approach, which is fairly simplistic, and I only use a couple of my own developed tools. I have 4 different patterns that I look at, and of course Einstein, which provides me with these price targets. You can find more information on that at my or on my YouTube channel, Innovative Trading Strategies, or my website, innovativetradingstrategies.com. If you have questions, you can get a hold of me via the website. And until tomorrow, everybody have a good day, and we'll see you. Hopefully, let's join us first thing tomorrow morning. We start off about 30 minutes before the opening bell, so hopefully we'll see you then. Take care.